Hey boys, good evening. Today we have something special. After a while, return to some tier list. Because several people asked me to do it because of the top 6 in the exclamation mark 500 for top 6 worst factions. But also before I get into further, man, this music, the old gods, man, I gotta play it more on the stream. So we got a Jibber Jabber today. We're gonna be talking about fun tier list from my experience of Warhammer series. From back to Warhammer 1, I've developed different tastes and different preferences, and some things are just more fun than the other to me personal, but I think also not just to me personal, but to many players as well. So as it is with the tier list, this is just personal opinions. Everybody has their own, so if you want to listen to my opinions as to why some factions are fun and why some factions are miserable and in between, today is a stream for you boys. I stopped doing Jibber Jabber streams and the Great Book of Bugs, especially because of Alcoholic Helo last year. Literally, we just bring the bottle and raise blood pressure. No matter what happens, it will raise my blood pressure, because just imagine if they actually put more effort into this game and the game didn't have multiple delays and vast resources being diverted and wasted on Realm of Chaos and or, hyenas, but they never happened for them. So who knows what order has been cancelled, that has been in the works. They haven't been using resources of on Warhammer instead. Everybody knows Mortal Empire has been half-assed, delayed, and lacking some serious polish. Keep it in mind, a mandatory reminder on the state of the game, how the AI is absolutely horrid on the difficulty scaling, difficulty level, and player focus have never been worse. It's like the spectrum of like yellow, middle, and the left, middle, and the green. Left being max focus, middle being no focus, middle ground, and the right being just the other way around. It's like they just go left or right. They generally don't do anything right. Either blanket changes, lazy, vast changes that affect the entire game without any testing, or as I'm afraid they've started just pleasing a certain crowd and making the game just easier and easier and easier. So with that in mind, a lot of these factions could be more interesting to play, could be more rewarding to play, and there's even a downside. It could be much more frustrating and challenging to play on high difficulty. But this is, what we love after playing these games for so much. Those campaigns that are rewarding to progress, even if it's frustration. If one side of things does not lead to frustration, could lead to frustration, it could also not lead to very high satisfaction either. You cannot have high satisfaction on things without having a chance of high frustration. That's how it works. For something to have high satisfaction, high reward, it has to be the other way around. And right now, this does not exist in the game anymore. Whatever the plebs say about legendary, to sleep at night, you're playing on lower difficulty. Legendary is literally normal difficulty these days, with terrible player focus and lack of air resources to put any pressure. So even the new players can literally go on it after just a campaign or two on playing the regular stuff. So, without more stuff to go, we're gonna have this tier list here today. This is gonna be the stream. Jibber Jabber are gonna be talking about why are faction fun to me, what makes them fun. This is content, as it is just satisfactory or neutral. I'll put the same thing here. not fun is things that one of those campaigns which I think a lot of people have. Like, let's say you start a campaign and the first few turns, you know, like there is something you are developing a little bit, building something, doing some battles, and then you realize 10 turns later this faction has nothing. This faction lords will not progress to my satisfaction. I will not have fun with this. There's many of them here. Many of them here, these factions exist. And, of course, there are factions which also... miserable level. And as I'm gonna mention this a few times again, it's... in my opinion, for my personal experiences, feelings after playing Warhammer series for I don't know how much now, 15,000 hours. Everybody has their preferences, what they want from the game, and you know, some like people grinding stuff with the Sigvald, or some like just auto-resolving with Orion. You know, it's like everybody's different. This is my experience, my opinion. Keep that in mind. So let's go. On the very top we got let's just put some different soundtrack here. Why we have listened to Warhammer 3 stuff? Okay, let's go back to 2017, right? Pretend, you know, we're still young and happy. Okay. So we are starting with the Beastmen. And guys, don't you pull out those weird emotes and stuff. You know me. I enjoy Beastmen. For somebody who grew up on historical Total Wars, even while no lifing, you know, wasting their life playing World of Warcraft and, you know, those other games, I still found time to play Total War, you know, Rome Total War, a bit before that, medieval Total War, Shogun Total War even for a bit. You know, building empires was like the standard, you know, gameplay for the Total War until they started reducing the hordes and stuff. And Beastmen offer a type of gameplay that feels different compared to, you know, other stuff. So when I play the Beastmen, I am literally resetting burnout for the next Empire Builder campaign to feel less... I mean, it'll be refreshed. It'll be refreshed, it'll be injected for new replay value. And I hope you guys can understand this. So basically, the Beastmen for me provide some fun with their lords, and they inject freshness and boost replay value of the game. Because, you know, playing Total War so much, having such a faction exist, it's really good for the game. But not all Beastmen are made the same. But still, there's feelings here. This is Malagor, this is Taurox, this is Khazrak, and this is Morgur. We are not picking the strongest faction or anything. Taurox has a mechanic, but it puts him on a different continent. Since they haven't balanced the Dread yet, you can confederate the other one pretty fast, and literally you're playing two factions at once as early as turn 10. So it doesn't really matter who you play. If you start with Taurox, you are in Nagar. You start with Malagor in the Badlands, you start with Khazrak, you are in the Empire, and start with Morgur or in Estalia. So it's just a different start location, but you will get the others with some insane snowballing chance, no matter what, because this has not been balanced at all. So I would put all the Beastmen in the fun tier. It's like, doesn't matter which one I play of this, they're all fun to me, and I always have fun playing Beastmen. The reason I stopped playing some of these fun factions is like, I'm just damaged. I'm just not right in the head sometimes. You know, as we get older, we are not getting right in the head anymore. Different things, you know, have to, you know, be done to get that satisfaction. And, you know, the chat is judging. Chat is evil, and I can feel them judging the idea of starting a Beastmen campaign. So if I say I would start a Beastmen campaign, if I feel like, oh man, LH is feeling today good today, I'm gonna do like a little walk, get some good food, and I'm gonna play some Beastmen to murder the Empire. But no, before I even finish my thought, people are already judging me. I'm not even home starting the stream. I can feel them doing feels weird, man. Beastmen campaign number 99999, and I just go cry in my head and I change my mind and I don't want to play it. But if somebody requests this campaign, either to on a sellout stream or with their request tokens, or we roll a random campaign, I am ecstatic. So I can't pick them anymore, but if the Beastmen roll, this is why I love this random campaigns nonsense to happen. We have a chance to roll the Beastmen and I can be happy again and life can be good. So that's it. Beastmen are just fun and I always enjoy myself playing them, but I can't pick them myself anymore because the chat is evil. They don't want me to have fun unless it's random or shit like that. Maybe I'm just overthinking this, probably am, but it's how it is. Everybody has their issues. I think this all started with cookies. It was cookies and shit wizard. Every time I would play Beastmen to get some freshness in my life, some new replay value for the future factions, they would come into my channel and they would just be weird about it. And it started spreading from them, this corruption of judgment, and the Struggle would do it and the oldest people would do it, and now they ruined it. It's their fault I can't have fun in my life anymore. Hope they can live with themselves. I mean, they're watching Twitch every day, of course, they love streamers suffering. Okay, that's it for the Beastmen. Put them all in the fun category. We have Bretonnia next. So, I have to say, this one is in... this is gonna be a different case because there are different experiences these days. Borderloo is in last year these days, and you can play the simp campaign. You don't have to stay there. And I simp for my lady, Mami Ying in Grand Cathay, and I can totally see myself enjoying this in my head with my wild red imagination. So I definitely can have fun with Albrecht. I find Bretonnia definitely all on content neutral level, but simping for the lady on his level, I can definitely have fun with this. I personally would not pick any of the Bretonnia to start a campaign, but if we get to roll Bretonnia, it can be an enjoyable experience. Carcassonne, really, they start with Grail Guardians. It's Fey Enchantress, it's Lord of Life. She's floating, you can see her feet, she's blonde, she has perfect facial features. What's not to like? Fey Enchantress, same thing, in the sweaty desert, and she has a legendary hero that's a legendary lord in her company and doing things with two kings, which makes them cry. Lewin, I have a little bit grudge against Lewin because they made Lewin slightly better Carl for the longest time. I do not like his location, and I am growing a little bit discontent towards him because I'm getting annoyed by the AI interaction between Lewin, Grom, and Bretonnia in the Bellacore, and I think I'm just content in neutral with Lewin. I'm just content neutral with Lewin. I can enjoy myself with all Bretonnia, but with Lewin I'm just content neutral. His position is starting to irritate me, especially because of the state of the game. Clan Angrund. I like all the dwarves. Dwarves are one of my favorite races, but I'm feeling a little bit of a dwarf burnout. But when it comes to Belegar, his unique skill tree, his ghosts, and I don't think you cannot have fun with Clan Angrund. If they ever fix the difficulty, this could also be one of the best campaigns. So I put this thing just under fun. Torek is not fun. Torek is not fun. It's a stupid power level, and I have the more I think about it, the less I enjoy it, and it's just frustrating how they jump with that without them doing anything about the other faction. So I'm gonna put Torek under not fun. For me, I do not like Torek. It's just stupid, overpowered faction made for idiots to auto-resolve. This one is just they overdid it. They overdid it, and it ruined the experience with this faction. Kara Kadrin has an amazing lord, but a really shit starting city, really poor starting city, and it's a disgrace. This state has still been like this. The faction effects are boring, the city is boring, and they haven't done anything even with the dwarf rework. This is an amazing lord to have fun with, to confederate, but not to play. Not fun. Kara Zakarak, it's Torgrim Garage Bearer, and you get the plane from turn 1. The voice actor has overdone his job, hopefully got paid, and I cannot have fun with this. Even with this burnout, I probably still find time, way to have fun with it, so fun. This is a White Dwarf. White Dwarf is in a location which offers some different gameplay compared to this faction, this faction, this faction. It's all the same shit on the same mountain, just on a different level of the mountain as the Wood Edge Mountains, the big mountain chain in their world. Definitely can have fun with Gromberdal. Gromberdal has some unique stuff, and love hearing his line when he says, "Do you know who I am?" When I hear that, it makes my day. Volkmar. Empire is one of my favorite factions, and this is the Empire in the desert. They added some power creep to it, and they added some a little bit variety to Volkmar, but I don't mind playing it, but would never really be my main pick. I'll just put Volkmar on content and content neutral tier. Yeah, I see the Malachi here. I guess we could put Malachi next from the Dwarfs. Malachi has Spirit of the Grungi, one of the most probably overpowered things in the game on a Dwarf faction. It has mechanics, it has fun, new, shiny power creep for a really low price of how much euros, I don't know anymore, if you haven't bought it on sale. And it has access to probably fastest thunder barges. And you guys know thunder barges. If in case somebody forgotten, thunder barge has 2 cannons.
The thunder barge is
4 bomb rays, has gunners, big harpoon.
It's got 2 cannons. It's got loads of gunners on it. It's got 4 bomb bays, and it's also got a giant harpoon that it can fire from the main balloon part. It is.
This guy has oversold and delivered.
Going to change the face of the dwarf playstyle.
This faction is just extreme jump with the mechanic compared to the rest of the dwarves, but they at least try to do it in a fun way, in a different location that is not the mountains. And I think I just can always have a blast with this. Always a blast with this, and if they ever fix the difficulty where you actually have to utilize the Spirit of Grungi and this faction is in a shitstorm. Just imagine a storm of shit. Literally, if you suck at the game, you're going to struggle. When they restore the difficulty to the game, this might be one of the hardest factions to play. But until then, if you want to bully stuff, you can have some fun with it. I think if they ever restore the difficulty, this faction can have a blast. If Legendary and the player focus will be restored to its former glory or better, this might be one of the most difficult factions to play. I hear that even noobs struggle these days, but you know, noobs have never learned to play the game. They just auto-resolve, so that's their problem. Let's go back to the Empire. Where are we? Reichland. Just hearing Karl Franz. Just hearing Karl Franz speak is the reason to get out of bed in the morning. Just listen to this, boys. You know, playing this video probably just going to make some people start campaigns, but listen to this.
Storm clouds gather.
Look at that voice acting.
Our borders are beset by evil. Both mundane.
All evil is mundane these days. They all suck.
Immortal.
Immortal will one day be immortal.
How long can we withstand this onslaught? We must form an alliance. We either die alone or survive together.
I concur.
Okay, Teclis will just ruin everything. Okay, basically, you know what I mean, boys? There is a bunch of grown men here, but they got a thing for Karl. And I am one of them. And Karl Franz is my Legend Lord. Favorite Legend Lord, and they will never change. Empire is fun. Karl Franz Empire, the greatest. Oh my god, Guild. Guild, there should be a mod in the workshop that says that changes Supreme Patria Guild to Supreme Slan Guild. Somebody make this mod, send it to me, I'll activate it, and I'll make a picture of it, and we'll show it to Bloomcools every time he joins Discord and this channel. They've turned Guild into something... I don't think the Slans are ever be able to top this. You can literally have every army full of wizards casting spells non-stop. It is so ridiculously fun. The only problem is we come to back at the start of what I was saying. There's no difficulty. That part of the map, you are in the corner where difficulty does not exist. It's an unfinished part of the map, and you just get to do whatever you want and have crazy spam with wizards. If you suck at the magic and you don't know how to use multiple wizards at the same time, this is the faction for you to practice. Learn Voodoo. Hopefully one day they make something with the Slans, but this is absolute insanity. I haven't seen this. Check my Guild campaign. This is just crazy fun. We got Hans Marshall. Hans Marshall has a unique experience because in Lastria with a different mechanic, but the moment the difficulty was toned down and it's no longer difficult, I think this campaign lost something. I think this campaign lost something, that feeling of uncertainty and struggle. So these are the factions that got ruined by nerf difficulty. In my book, some people might like this, but having an empire in such a position without real difficulty, I feel like it's pointless. It's just the empire in the jungle bullying stuff. I'm just gonna put under I'm content and neutral with it. No Boris Hedges. Who knows when Boris is gonna release? There is Whistle and Nuln here. While this faction has new power creep mechanics, I don't feel like the Lord is anything special. And it makes the car look bad. The city hasn't delivered. I am really disappointed how Nuln looks like. So I'm just gonna put under content and neutral. So there it is. That's the new one. I think for me personally, too close to Karl, and the Nuln sucks. While you can have fun with the Elspeth, no doubt, but you can also just confederate her. Her mechanic is fine, but Nothing really crazy, just extra stats for the superpower Empire. Empire is ridiculous. The technologies are stronger than ever, so they don't even need shit like that. Until some difficulty gets introduced in the game, I don't know. Imagine a game where Carl struggles so much that you die most of the time on the legendary. We're gonna have to play Elspeth to survive. So Elspeth is on content neutral. Don't mind playing her, but it's never gonna be my choice to play this faction. Good to Confederate. So this is it for the Empire, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got the greenskins next. You know me, guys. I love grinders, especially if the grinders last a couple of minutes, so you can just build up and apply some charges from behind. I love those charges from behind with melee troops, and apply some spells. Your guys not dropping dead, and the greenskins are beyond. They're richer than gods. They have some of the most absurd economy, and it's just fun to build money up and spam armies and go into the grinder. Azak, I think Azak. You know, guys, me, I have issues. Everybody has issues. Azak has like 2 or 3 different voice actors, and this triggers me. They've used another guy to voice Azak on the diplomacy, and sometimes you hear a different line, and it's almost like they've been done by a small indie bakery. Half-assed his faction without a proper mechanic. They didn't even give him something simple, and he was a list at a time where we had Imrik as a free faction come with a small mechanic. So I wish Azak was under content neutral, but I have to put Azak under not fun. But if we get to play him, you know, I might get content neutral levels with him. I just I get triggered too much with his split voice stuff. He has some incredible lines which I'm really like. His speeches are a blast. If you do quest battles with Azak, his speeches are a blast. As a character, Azak is amazing, but his faction just does not work for me. I think Azak faction should have a mechanic where he's allowed to recruit and use Raise Dead and Vampire units. At least a couple of them. Grom. Grom is still the only greenskin faction that has a mechanic. And it's kind of absurd with the stuff you can cook with a cauldron. And I don't think I can play a Grom campaign and not have fun. I don't think I can play this one and not have fun. Yeah, I think Azak should have the Raise Dead unique on a couple of greenskin units or whatever. They could do something with this, and then they had to be crazy, something to just make the faction something. I cannot play Grom and not have fun. It's just one of those. And how often do you play greenskins where you just go hard on the elves immediately? Okay, so it's come down to this. Okay, hopefully my blood pressure doesn't skyrocket too much, but here we go, boys. For anybody uninitiated in the ways of LHTV here or my channel, I have been streaming for over 8 years and 3 months now. Good part of my life really on this channel. I dedicate my life to literally streaming and playing Total War. And I've played over 50, not 15, 50 days of Crooked Moon alone. I've played Crooked Moon more than some people have played the entire series. We have played this faction at its hardest, at its lowest, with some incredible, insurmountable struggle where it was impossible to even win a long victory. Short victory was no problem. We have lost campaigns with this because of that. Long victory in those campaigns was next to impossible under the right conditions. I've played Warhammer 1 Digital War style campaign with Crooked Moon for 200 turns. I've been running around the Badlands between 3 cities, grinding army after army after army after army, losing almost tier 5 multiple times. Warhammer 1, I was always successful with Crooked Moon. Warhammer 2, I've lost Crooked Moon campaigns. Warhammer 2 had some of the craziest stuff with the Crooked Moon regarding difficulty pre-Greenskin rework. Long Victory, it was a set of the game where Long Victory was probably impossible. If the High Elves, the Elves would roll, which was most of the time. I didn't play many examples, but it happened twice, so it was a set of the game at the time. This faction has no mechanic. It has a shitty range. Wow. Okay, let me just show you what I mean. Green skin. Since the rework, more than playable, one of the best spam of the armies in the game. But this is the VA. Look at this. Armor piercing weapon damage. Missile damage. VA is buffing range. To those people who don't know, the ranged troops do not build up VA. And the clueless developers have no fucking idea what they're doing with some of the stuff. And it's still here. What, 6 years later? 4 years later? I don't know. It is still here. Night Goblins. The best Night Goblins are still goblins pretending to be Night Goblins. The Snace Skulkers. Night Goblins are too high of a tier. And the chain doesn't work over half the time. There is almost no flavor with this faction of Night Goblins for Night Goblins. Skarsnik gets some shit going, and depends, you know, how you go with him. You can use Night Goblins, but you can just use regular Goblins and have no difference. It is a huge missed opportunity and some massive oversights on top of some bugs, but it's a very easy, spammy, strong faction to play. Back in the day when it was a shit faction facing extreme difficulty, it was at least special. Nowadays, it's just miserable. For me personally, not many factions get as miserable as the Night Goblins and Skarsnik is. Just think about it, increases my blood pressure and makes me want to go get a drink. So we'll put the Crooked Moon under miserable. This is, in my opinion, one of the worst, least enjoyable factions to play. And I don't think I can even survive a Crooked Moon campaign without alcohol. Gotta, what do you call it? Numb the feelings, lower the blood pressure, and you know, complain drunk instead of complain sober. Because when you complain sober, the blood pressure just goes to a dangerous high levels. Grimgor, on the other hand, I'm still, you know, have slightly mixed feelings with this location in the Ogre Mountains. But I don't think I can play Grimgor and not have fun. It's just having such a unity army. I'm all up for a grinder melee lord, where it's, you know, like a trivial compared to a strong wizard, but it feels like tough in other scenarios. It feels like it can kill things in 4 hits, and small bonuses just makes it very satisfying as he gets over time stronger with legendary traits or some items. It just feels really, you know, satisfying to do it, and I always enjoy it. All the requests are upon agreement, Royal. You know, if you offer enough request tokens, you can convince me. But some of these factions you will never be able to request. So, Grimgor under fun. Bloody Hands is in the same boat as Karakadin for me. Amazing lord, just amazing. Lot of fun. faction is the first free LC faction, almost zero effort. It literally is just Wurzak and get greenskins. There's nothing, it's missing units, characters, and possibly a mechanic, and his faction is just not fun. It's not fun, it's just like, I am really triggered that this thing even exists in this state. This is one of the first things that should be patched. It's the oldest free LC faction, right? The Lord is amazing. You can have a lot of fun with this Lord. Just go smack him and confederate him, but his faction, yuck, man. It's like almost in a worse position than Karakadrin, I would say. There's a massive province there. And it's a constant reminder. One of the richest locations, mountains in the world, probably. No resources. There is not even any dwarf landmarks there. There are literally mines there. Big ass mountain. Nothing. What the fuck are devs doing, man? I feel like at this point it's just on purpose. They're doing this on purpose, man. Nobody's been that incompetent. Mines there, mines here, a fucking mountain, famous mountain. Nothing. Nothing. Constant reminder, the Western Badlands have been forgotten, and I get triggered, my blood pressure skyrockets, and I need a drink to calm down. Anyways, where are we at? Oh god, oh god. Jack, hold on, guys. I need to get. Where is the beer bag here? Where is the beer bag? Give me a few minutes. Okay, boys. Okay, boys, we are here. So listen carefully now. Listen carefully, cause I'm not gonna talk about this ever again outside this stream. Why do I think the Norsca is shit? Back in the day of Warhammer 1, if you haven't played Warhammer 1, Norsca was an incredibly well-made, annoying faction that increased the difficulty of the campaign exponentially. It was literally making the game hard. You had a couple of the factions there, and there would be relentless harassment on you, where building up and fighting him off felt very satisfying and legendary. And then, what happened? They released the Norsca DLC. They released the Norsca DLC was the power creep at the time. Meanwhile, the AI has went to shit. The AI has been nerfed to the ground as a Norsca, and all of a sudden them being as playable somehow made them worse. Made them worse. And I just gonna show this. It's 2024, boys. 2024. This is Wulfric. And this is the Lord effect. This is faction effect. You might think this is good. This is Throgg. Pay attention to his Lord effects. I think both of these factions need another line or two of text in both faction effects and Lord effect. The Throgg is so disappointing that I have no words, really. I have no words. When I start this Norsca or Throgg, it's like my mind goes into autopilot, complaining and spamming trolls, and just want to end the campaign. I lose all patience, reason, the chat goes wild, and we even sometimes start having fun somehow. Just because they have wallets to get included. And guys, don't take this thing into account that this is, you know, a fun faction. This might be fun with alcohol. I don't see how a melee faction still has such basic troops and such streamlined one-dimensional gameplay. And don't even get me started on now that they have expanding while raising at the same time. Raising and expanding at the same time. Raising for the gods and now rework to... They don't even know what to do. And people think this is a good thing. I don't want to even argue with these people. Norsca monster hunts. I am afraid to even click the button not to break the game. I just pretend it doesn't exist. Me personally, I think Throgg is just spamming and boring. He's effective, but there's so many more fun things you can do in this type of gameplay that's a lot more fun. That's not in the Norsca. The Throgg is one of those miserable things, really. And I'll put the Wolfric as not fun, because it's really not as bad as Throgg, but it's still there, it's just not fun. And you guys influencing the campaign, because it's a random campaign and people doing shenanigans here, doesn't change anything. We got Skaven next. I have a Skaven burnout still on. Skaven burnout still on. I think it reached critical mass the moment we were doing Clan Scryer under cities, and we blown up Lothern, and it created Prince Hero. I was hoping they would make some more gameplay around the Skaven Undercities, so you don't have to play the game the usual way. That's a huge missed opportunity. At some point might get reworked. Under Empire could definitely receive an overhaul regarding how the Skaven expand and play. So you don't have to just Empire build and with the Undercities as an option. But the Skaven do have some fun lords, fun mechanics, and a lot of fun units. A lot of fun units. The ambushes might get somewhat tedious time, because you know when they attack they always ambush. But guys, that Skaven Walled City. That Skaven Walled City siege. That thing has taken 5 years out of my life, and every time it loads, I suffer. Every time it loads and suffer. So for the current state of the game and the Warhammer 3 really right now, I declare all Skaven as not fun. Fuck all Skaven. They might not even exist. Back-to-back sieges are a thing of the past. Okay, boys. We are at the Vampire Counts next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vampire Counts might be one of my favorite factions. The OG Raised Dead. Nice atmosphere, nice soundtracks, and you know, their lore used to be the best. It's not even close anymore. They don't even have any spell power. They're begging for a rework. And there are a whole side to the vampire gameplay regarding recruitments of the units, regarding the bloodlines, regarding the state of top right technologies. It's begging for a rework. No doubt is coming, but I can still have a blast playing the Vampire Counts. And I don't think I cannot not have fun playing any of the Vampire Counts, with the exception of the Kemmler, which is an amazing character, but his city is a constant reminder how they fucked up a state of the game and never really restored it to work properly again. So Helman Gorst, Helmengorst is just, you know, I've been loving Helmengorst since he got released. We wanted for Helmengorst what happens. We were talking about things for Helmengorst. It's almost like the CA spies have taken notes what we're talking about Helmengorst all those years ago, and they created this faction. I have no doubt one of these people have had hands in it when they were making the new Helmengorst. And they did exactly what we wanted with him on a different location. It's like you cannot, I cannot really play this faction and have fun. Same with the Sylvania. Sylvania is just the OG location. You get both Vlad and Isabella from the start, and it's just a super, super powerful start. One of the stronger, you know, openings. You play with Isabella, and you have Vlad immediately. It's like Vlad and Isabella. You can have easier access to Nemesis Crown, and you just have a powerhouse of characters from the get-go. I'm gonna put Kemmler under content neutral just because it's a constant reminder they fucked up and they haven't fixed it. Although the Kemmler himself is a fun character, I'm not a fan of his location that much. Feels samey, and his faction is lacking somewhat. Manfred is one of my favorite characters. I still have a little bit weird feelings about him down there, but Vampire is close to the pyramid. There's some potential for fun, but the problem is with Manfred is like I expected more shit to be happening down there, and the whole Southland situation. It's a constant reminder that. The AI sucks, and I'm not really having fun in the Southlands anymore, I have to be honest. If they ever restore the difficulty, the Southlands could be a lot of fun. I'll put Manfred under content neutral. The book effects, yeah, they're poop. We got Warriors of Chaos, huh? Warriors of Chaos are incredibly powerful, and I personally enjoy them, but they are progressing way too fast. Way too fast, and some balancing is required, same as with the Beastmen. I'm not personally a fan of Colic, a position, and I get a little bit triggered seeing him on the campaign map. He's almost the same size as a Tyrant. And I think Colic should be even more powerful. I feel like Colic should be the Dreadsaurian one-man army type of lord, and the devs have failed in this. The moment they released the Dreadsaurians, they should have made Colic really on that grade for the campaign. They did something, but it's still a tiny Colic with strange bonuses. I'm gonna just put Colic under content neutral. You know, think of the glory days of Colic, but now in Warhammer 3 when there is 20 other strong lords in him. We got Valkia here. Valkia is just the right amount of cringe. I do find Khorne somewhat boring, although I do like the red color scheme. It feels like just some really mindless slaughter with a high quality for noobs to grind. That's just my feeling with it. I can have some fun with it, but I don't really personally enjoy it that much. So I'll just put under content neutral. We got Village here. Village is in the. I haven't even really played this faction, but. I like his location, and it does seem like a lord potential, and I find the Zinch a little bit ahead of Khorne when it comes to the fun factor. I would still also put under content and neutral. I can't really make a clear opinion because I haven't really played this faction on a full campaign. I might have had it on a stealth campaign as just a partial early game. But slightly ahead of Khorne, but not really in the fun tier. Be'lakor is incredible. Be'lakor, they've made him well. If only those fuckers would patch the bugs and fix the issues with the flying Singlantis. Be'lakor is incredibly powerful, and it has access to some fun mechanics. Travel around the world. It has the potential to be probably one of the most fun factions in the game. I have painted them up with Slaanesh in the Realm of Chaos campaign, my second campaign. Or was it first? We started on the same day. And I have those images scarred into my brain. Those images partially led to alcoholism of 2023. Where you just land and bug and cannot move. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You can find on my YouTube channel, early access game Warhammer 3 where Be'lakor gets stuck. There are 3 or 4 instances where that happens, and it still happens. It still happens, or even worse these days. My planet needs me. I need to go home. So you cannot have fun with Be'lakor with his bugs, and they ruin it. So I didn't want to even play him. So I have to stay until they fix this flyer stuff. It's in the not fun tier. Not fun tier. They ruined it because they haven't polished the game properly. They need to fix this stuff, and I am certain at this point, unless we get surprised, these things will never get fixed, and we will never be able to enjoy it properly. Sigvald. I've always been a big fan of Sigvald. It's like this lord is nothing special, has no damage, but that so tough and tanky, and I don't know what's the word for it. I guess hot. He's just like sexy mean chaos lord, or he's a psychopath or something. I don't know how you cannot like Sigvald. It's like the Lord is nothing special, but he's special to me. And this Lord has potential to be one of the best Sword of Cain and Nemesis Crown users, just because a small model with a strong regeneration. Sigvald probably needs some of his regular damage converted to a higher AP damage, which will happen at some point. They forgot about it. But I don't think I can play a Sigvald campaign and not have fun. Azazel is pretty much in the same category, just a different location. Why is Slaanesh so attractive? The voice actors delivered the boat, and I find the boat enjoyable. We got Festus. Guys, Nurgle has been amazing literally since day one. Don't even listen to the haters. They don't like the grinders. This is the top tier grinder faction. When the enemy is just going hard at you, but they can't kill you. And have you seen those Nurgle Chaos Lords, Nurgle Exalt Heroes, Nurgle Chosen? It's like masterpiece. Masterpiece. Like Festus also has a campaign with just straight up bullying from the mountain and there. I don't think you can play Faggot Knights and not have fun. For me, it's just fun. Nurgle is fun, and I liked Nurgle from the very start. And with the rework was good. Rework was good. They did a good job. Archaon is next. I think I can always have fun with Archaon, but I see the Slayer of Kings, man. I see the Slayer of Kings, and I suffer. My blood pressure rises. My blood pressure rises, and I lost all joy for life. He's supposed to have one of the most powerful artifacts in the entire Warhammer world. And they couldn't even die in justice. They even nerfed some of them, and they completely ignored the Slayer of Kings. They even had the balls to put authority on these items when the authority is already limited at 10. At least, for fuck's sake, don't be boring fucks and give Archaon's faction a way to get authority bonuses above 10. And it's just such missed opportunities with with even higher authority bonuses. And the Slayer of King is just in such a poor version of the game. It's like it's one of the worst weapons, and it's supposed to be extremely powerful weapon. I mean, just look at this. This is the supposed to be the most powerful champion of the current age of Warhammer. It literally beat anybody, and they couldn't even give him a proper sword. Couldn't even give him a proper sword, you fail fucks! Cone authority +1. There's a fucking greater demon of core in this shit. It's only one authority. The authority also doesn't do shit past 10. The guy has 80 base attack. It's 80 base attack. 80 base attack. 70 attack. Frenzy. He does battles. He gets a passive attack buff. He has nearly 90 attack. You didn't do anything. And this weapon has like 6 attack on it. This is the best you could do, developers. Stop sucking. What the fuck is this corruption authority shit on a guy that doesn't even need it? What the fuck is this shit? And look at this ability. 2-minute cooldown lasts 25 seconds. It's like, don't get fooled by these boys. Do not get fucking fooled. Ogre Blade is better than the Slayer of Kings. Ogre fucking Blade. There's a greater demon in this blade. He can unlock the power to go crazy. Where is this craziness here? Core authority +1. Is that all the craziness you can get? What the fuck is this shit? Ogre Blade makes Slayer of Kings look like a joke. Look at the set bonus. Look at the set bonus, guys. I'm getting the bottle almost. I'm so close to move to get the bottle. Look at it. Look at it. Do everybody a favor. Do everybody a favor. Do not be a fail fuck like these devs. If you unlock the Slayer of Kings, do not equip it. Get an Ogre Blade. Protest, boys! Show those stat whores that we are not satisfactory. It's not satisfactory weapon. Just equip a goddamn Ogre Blade. Do not equip this. Other than that, the Lord is just incredible. But the damage over the years have been done. The damage of the years has been done, and it's hard to enjoy it anymore. Gonna have to put Archaon as just content neutral, man. It's 80 attack. 80 attack is crazy. We were talking about the sword. We're talking about that goddamn sword. It triggered me so fucking much. Deep breaths. Where's the YouTube? Okay. Deep breaths.
Close your eyes, and we'll take a few moments to calm your mind and body.
That corn authority, man, it gets
your
me.
Face, your neck, and shoulders. Do your best to fully let go.
Okay. It's working.
And
Exercise
turn your
this
attention
corn
to the
authority out of
breath,
me.
the calming breath,
The corn influence.
the soothing
It's
breath.
leaving me.
Take long, slow breaths, full and deep.
Okay, it's working. I'm calm.
Breathing in, I am calm.
Yes. God bless
Breathing
YouTube and
out,
these people.
I'm at peace.
That's it. Whew. Okay, moving on. Where are we? Slash influence of the stream. Man, I'm getting a headache here, man. It's like this Jibber Jabber stream is not really good for me. It's like releasing anger and frustration that has been piled up because they're not doing shit over the years. Oh boy, Durtu is next. Because I had to survive another 30-something factions. We're fine. We're fine. Durtu. Durtu has a special place in my heart, boys. Drake is just a better faction, but the Drake doesn't start with Durtu on rank on turn 1. Wood Elf rework is the same as the Beastmen rework. It just injects freshness in the game because you don't have to build an empire. You don't even have to destroy empires. You just have to do a little bit of gardening. But you know, you gotta use some bodies for the fertilizer. Clean some nearby forests. And tell the world, deal with some trollmakers. Whatever you want. Some gardening and some grinding. And you got Durtu, and every time I click on him, it's just pure happiness. And the fact some of the viewers find it, you know, tedious, it just, I don't know, it's like the opposite. It's like the next campaign queued is a random campaign. If there was Durtu, it's gonna be probably the happiest I've been this year because Sergeant Pepper used that request token. And he ended the last Durtu campaign. So that better roll Durtu. Durtu is just, you know, like, it's like Beastmen but different. It's just some nice gardening and grinding, chillaxing. It's like farming BBC in Belbars. Cannot have fun with this. Okay. Sisters of Twilight. They are not Durtu, but they have a different position, but they gotta travel through via the same locations. I honestly, personally, other than you know, their sisters, and they got a nice portrait, and they're elves, and they're hot. I don't really care about them, but you know, I can find some fun with them for sure. Just put them in a content neutral. You know, it's just a reminder Durtu exists. Orion. Man, I had so much fun with Orion before Warhammer 2. And from time to time we do some Wood Elves melee. But I feel like Orion has lost it sometimes. You know, I can accept Durtu having shit legendary lord skills, but I cannot accept it for the Orion. But it's Wood Elves, some nice gardening, you know, farming some fertilizer bodies, and either grinding or shooting them. You know, I played these two factions different, so you know, content neutral. It's not Durtu. Draika is Durtu Deluxe. Durtu Deluxe. And this is, I feel like, one of the better factions in the game, in my opinion. Of course, his Raised Dead has to be one of the better factions. But also, if difficulty ever gets restored, a formidable AI faction as well. So, Draika is fun. It's just better Durtu, but you don't stop with Durtu. We got the Dark Elves next. I like all the Elves, but Dark Elves are my least favorite. I don't know about you guys, but I do have wild imagination. And sometimes, you know, long hours in the day, especially if I've been up all day and after the stream, you know, I think about things. And Moratti has a skill tree that you know, can use your imagination a lot. So I don't think you can play a Moratti campaign and not have fun with her. She has, I think, one of the best skill trees in the game. And it's still Dark Elves. Black Card skulls the bug, so can have some more fun with that as well. I just don't think Moratti is not fun. And if Moratti gets more challenging with difficulty restored, it's gonna be even better. Red Axe got fixed today. Okay. We got Malus next. I don't like Malus's position, but he has potential for some unique gameplay. And I'm not sure where to go with this. I might not be in the fun category. I really didn't like this guy that much when he got the list, but he's growing on me. Growing on me, and definitely feeling content and neutral with, about Malus at the moment. We got Harganet there. My problem with Harganet is they do have a mechanic over the other High Elves being Dark Elves being a DLC faction, but I'm not that fan of the Lord. I'm not fan of the Lord, and she feels like too close to Malekith. It's like I don't know. I don't feel like the Lord is anything special. Mechanic in Warhammer 3, I'm not even sure what to think of it, because I haven't really played that much, but content neutral in the area. It's Dark Elves, so you can always have some fun with Dark Elves. Malekith. Malekith has, in my opinion, one of the best skill trees. He's such a cool character. We currently have a Malekith campaign in progress. I like his starting location, and there's definitely some potential for fun. I don't think I can play Malekith and not have fun. He has a couple absurd skills, which I'm shocked they haven't changed over the years. Lokir is in a location where you can definitely have some fun. I think his location. I mean, Grand Cathay is supposed to be more formidable, but it is what it is. I do like Lokir's voice actor. I don't really think much about his skill tree, but I think you can have fun with Lokir for sure. Rakard is in the jungle. Probably has one of the easiest campaigns in the game. He has Raise Dead, and it's kind of like Lokir, just on the other side of the map. And I really like the voice actor they use for the Rakard. It's the bastard Bolton from Game of Thrones, and he delivered. He delivered. And when you play his campaign, and when he does a Game of Thrones reference, it just makes my day. You got High Elves next. High Elves have quite a bit of stuff all around. I don't feel like Ultan stuff is that much fun anymore, but when you play High Elves, you get to listen to amazing soundtracks. And the difficulty is definitely ruining the experience a bit, but they got beautiful units, lots of units, lots of characters, powerful characters. But same with the Skaven, it's like they shift into the Warhammer 3, and they haven't done justice to Ultan Seas in my book. It feels like, you know, it's feel like lost something there. I mean, to a lot of people, I think Ultan is the same, but to me, Ultan is not the same anymore. And you know, some are always, you know, going to be in a different spot. But the difficulty is ruining the High Elves a lot, and the fact there is no Chaos threats either, I feel like makes it worse. I'm gonna just put Avalon as 10 neutral. Tyrion is there as well, but I think I can find fun with more fun with Tyrion than with Avalon. But I'm feeling like there's like a burnout there that I need more time, and we need a miracle patch. We need a miracle patch to make Ultron enjoyable again, really. And what I mean by this, we need some proper difficulty. Imrik, even in this sort of steady game, has an interesting start, and he's very powerful. So you get the tools to do it, and I don't think Imrik can ever be boring. Just a powerful lord with just enough minor mechanic in a location with lots of battles, lots of enemies. You have options to do, and I don't think you can play Imrik campaign and not have fun, unless you find the feeling and being frustrated. Just a big turn off. It's like should be a sign to get better, right? This faction, if they ever restore difficulty, it's gonna be again one of the hardest factions to play. I don't know, Skaven have a special place, man. It's like you guys don't even get the level of suffering here, man. It's like sometimes I close my eyes and I see the Skaven walled city, and there are times I wake up in the morning, something is stuck in my head. It's yes. Gotta get to the bathroom. Yes. Gotta get out of bed. Yes. I gotta get up some water. Yes. Gotta take a dump. Yes. And then sometimes I can't sleep, and I see all those Skaven sieges of Warhammer 2. They change a man over the years. They change a man. You're no longer the same. The Skaven burnout is, well, it might take this entire year and the next year to go down. But what has really done it for me? What has really done it? What has created alcoholism? At least 1/7 of it last year. You guys remember that campaign we played? I think it was Karzakarak. For 3 hours. 3 hours we were attacking a Skaven city. Pretty much is the only layout in the game, and the game was crashing. It might have been over 3 hours. It felt like forever. It felt like forever, and I'm not the same person after that stream. It's like I'm not the same person. That one has changed my opinion about the Skaven, and it's ruined things. Like I said, the Skaven have fun stuff, but right now they're not fun for me. They're not fun. That's how I feel about it. They're just not fun. I have to, I think, force myself to play them. Okay, Nagarite. Nagarite is Alitanar, and he does have a minor mechanic, same like Imrik. They haven't forgot about him. He's Dark Elves in a different location outside Ulthuan, but not that much outside of Ulthuan influence. And he gets the ambush stance, which makes him very powerful. I'm honestly feel like just content about Alitanar. Just a powerful lord with a powerful faction. Play high elves in a slightly different way. We got Teclis next. Teclis is probably my second or third favorite lord in the game. I have loved Teclis the moment I've tried him. He was powerful from day one, but the devs have made Teclis into an entire different monster by the end of Warhammer 2. And the changes that happened with Warhammer 3 over time, it's even more powerful. So I don't think I can ever play Teclis and not have fun. He has a unique starting campaign. It almost feels like legendary, and if ever they restore the difficulty, this campaign will feel really rewarding to progress. And the moment you deal with your early threats, get stuff on together, you can start building an order tide. And maybe one day we get to actually need to build this coalition, because we'll have something to fight. Teclis is just fun faction, fun campaign for me, and the lord is just incredible. We got Eltarion. is another Ultuan faction, but you don't have to stay on Ultuan. Have to stay on Ultuan. There was a request recently. We had to abandon Ultuan and come back later, and you know, knew exactly what would happen. This faction has potential to be real difficulty whenever difficulty gets restored, but goddamn, why do I have a feeling this whole night has been about, you know, them fucking up the campaign difficulty, they're fucking up the player aggression. It's like, you should stop talking about this. Just stay the game. You know, Eltarion has potentially one of the best campaigns, but right now it feels like so passive stuff going on, but it's still fun. It's still fun. It has extra those units and mechanic. I don't think Eltarion cannot be fun. It's such a cool lord. We got the Lizardmen next. This Bloomcool's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Lizardmen factions. Oh my god. There are 7 Lizardmen factions. Are they even gonna make another Lizardmen DLC? Where's the Lizardmen? Bloomcool is sleeping. Man, I should have done this on a Friday. I like grinder factions. Lizardmen have all the tools to make a good grinder faction. They have several really fun units. The problem is their mechanics suck. They are so vanilla. Even the vanilla game had better stuff. Talking about the web and the questionable ways of how blessed units are unlocked / created. The whole system needs to be reworked on their base mechanics. Probably will never happen, but you know, we can hope for. But among these factions, there's a couple of factions who stand above the rest. And what the hell is this faction called? Kaldosotek. Kaldosotek stands above the rest. It does have some unique mechanic and has a lord. It is a reminder of the sorry state of Grand Pepe, but it is what it is. And I am content neutral about this guy. It has, you know, it's a proper faction. This is Ghosts of Pahwaks. Oh my god. This faction, man, those ambush patrols, the silent sanctums. I'm just getting hard just thinking about it. If we ever had proper difficulty in this game, man, I would get even harder. This is one of the most amazing, fun factions in the game, in my opinion. And we gotta have some blasts with this at some point. I've been waiting for a miracle page for them to fix difficulty. And it has never really arrived, but it's still in the fun tier. If you never play Ghosts of Pahwaks, you're missing out. Just incredible stuff. We got Grand Pepe next, and oh my god, man. I feel like if I start going about this, I'm gonna get a headache. I'm gonna get a headache. All you need to know is start the campaign and look at the top of the bar. This is supposed to be the most powerful entity in the Warhammer universe. The most powerful. Oh my god. Have you seen that shit? Holy shit. What the most powerful entity in the Warhammer universe. The only one stronger is the Lord Croak. And he dead, but he's around as well. And what we get? We get Lord Zlak. We get his dinosaur. We get a melee expert type unit. This is in the not fun tier, and hope for better days. Hope for better days. It is what it is. We got Gorok next. Gorok starts at the bottom of last tier compared to Grand Pepe, so he has a different position. And he starts with Lord Croak, right? Is he started with Lord Croak? I don't think Grand Pep is miserable. I don't think Grand Pep is miserable. Starts the campaign with control Lord Croak. Starts the campaign with Lord Croak. It's like, yeah, we have to play some Croak. We have to play some Gorok. I'm looking for it, like, start of the campaign. It's like, did we not save the, this, there it is. This is the start of the campaign, really. Just like the first few turns. Like, is it person not having fun? Yeah, that's you know, when you have fun, right? Lord Croak, turn 1. Cannot have fun with that. Low, we got Krogar here. I like Krogar. It's like a Grimgor of the Lizardmen, except, you know, it feels so basic. It's like on the Gran Pepe stuff.
What the hell?
Almost as bad.
Put Lord Slock where he belongs, Alec miserable.
No, no, miserable is miserable. I played Gran Pepe in one of the campaigns, and was I miserable? I don't think so, man. You guys are miserable. You end the campaign. No. It's, Gran Pepe is not miserable, guys. You can still find things, but it's a constant reminder. That's why it's not fun. No, it was we played both SFO and regular top manager. Christ, you should go back in the VOD and hear why. Illich will put Monster miserable. Well, I am Illich and I'm sober right now, and I put Gran Pepe in not fun. Okay? It's disappointing. It's not miserable. We got Krogar here. I like Krogar's position. They did some justice with affection effect, but the vanilla Lizardmen stuff brings it down. I play this faction and I get bad random blessed units. Blessed units unlock will determine if I have fun or not. So that's the problem. So I'll just put it under content neutral. I haven't had a drop of alcohol this year, boys. Still not a drop of alcohol. It's been almost 6 months. We got Nakai next. Oh my god. I don't know what's up with this, boys, but every time turn 1, Warhammer 2, and I'm like looking army +1, army +1, army +1, army +1, army +1, and we can't even afford 2 units. Now they put it in a position where everything is so passive and chill, and I still remember army +1, army +1, army +1. This faction has mechanics and stuff, but I feel like it's just the damage has been done. The damage has been done, and this is just suffering. It's like one of my challenges in life, guys. I really have this challenge in life. Like, I have a challenge in life to get muscles on my stomach. I'm working on it. I'm on 89 kilos. It's like I can feel things underneath. And there's another challenge that I'm on. Complete Nakai campaign without alcohol. It's a real thing. Complete Nakai without alcohol. And I hope in exclamation mark 500 we D6 a Nakai. And we get to do a long Nakai campaign without me opening a bottle. It's like it summons all that feelings of miserable times of Warhammer 2, and like it might not have been connected to stream, might have been connected to other side, might be just like I don't know, redirecting things. But when they were making such shit faction, they put all production effort into Marcus Wolfhard, and on the last day they created Nakai. Well, because I've been waiting for this shit to happen the other way around. I'm not gonna do it on my own, but it's a challenge we'll complete. If we don't unlock these 6, I promise you guys, by the time we're done with Warhammer series, we'll complete a long Nakai campaign. Without alcohol. This is just a miserable faction for me, and it's just someone's really bad feelings. Sorry for interrupting, boys. Back. We got Tic-Tac-Toe next. Tic-Tac-Toe doesn't have really anything special, and he's also close to the Krogar, but it's a little bit different playstyle. We haven't really played him that much in Warhammer 3, but thinking back in the Warhammer 2, he did not disappoint. We used to joke around. He was called Tic Tac Joke, and then after playing him, Tic Tac Not Joke. So I'm gonna put him under content neutral. There's nothing to do this list with difficulty. It's just personal experiences and feelings, opinions about what's fun to what's miserable for myself. Everybody has different things. Just imagine you're in a time of life where it's supposed to be, you know, doing other stuff, and then you're no, but shit is bad, and then you have to play Cathay at the same time. And it gets cemented into your brain, this suffering. You just want to end it, be done with it. So you can't really compare between people. It's a unique perspective. We got the Tomb Kings next. Tomb Kings are one of the best DLCs. They done them justice in Warhammer 3, but I don't think Khalida is good enough. I think Khalida is good enough. I feel like they all miss a mechanic to be relevant in Warhammer 3. Cathay probably something to do with Cetra. Follows Nagash probably will do something with Nagash later. And I don't know what the fuck Khalida will do, but something with the vampires to grant unique bonuses. And they haven't really delivered on that regard. A rework of Tomb Kings of 2030 no doubt will fix this. And I used to really enjoy the Tomb Kings. I still can have some fun with them, but I don't think they're where they were back then. And ever since they fucked up Chariots as well, you know, the Chariots were their best, and then they made a rework and made them worse. Just because of who knows what. I feel like they've just also fallen there as well. So, me personally, I don't find Khalida any fun. Maybe, you know, with us mods, some of you could find it fun. And here we go, Cathay. Cathay was played. You guys remember the first gas station toilet campaign? I don't know what was going on in my life at the time, but I was depressed. I was turning into alcoholic. There was bad shit happening all around. Stress and streams without breaks. And somewhere along the path, you know, there was a clip you can probably find on YouTube, in the campaigns, man. That was like pure misery coming from me. Pure misery was just like the essence. Like if you were probably in the same room as me, you would have seen like it would be like a mental patient probably during that campaign. And every time I hear Caleb speaks, it just summons all those feelings back again. These type of campaigns, the miserable ones especially, I tend to do also more mistakes during those campaigns because I find them tedious, boring. I don't even want to play them, and I just suffer for the chat. And I make more mistakes. And things get even worse. Things get even worse, and then there's even more suffering. This is one of those miserable campaigns, and that will never change. Never change. It's just the damage has been done. Same with Cathay. The damage has been done. Arkan is the best Tomb Kings faction of Warhammer 2, of 3, after being one of the worst in Warhammer 2. How things have changed, The Lord of Death has been improved as well. And starting with those armies is almost fun. If only they fix the technologies a bit and give access to a second army earlier to the other Tomb Kings. But for Arkan, it's almost in the fun category because his city is so sad. His city is so sad that the Tower of Sorcerers. It's like, why is that city so bad? It's almost feel like it's supposed to be some cool location, but there's nothing there. It's like I'm gonna just put him in the content neutral with almost in the fun category. Cetra is incredible, man. Cetra is incredible, and many people love him. It's like there used to be a time in my life where I could play Cetra all the time.
One king. All bow before the imperishable. Cetra does not serve. Henry has only one king. All bow before the imperishable.
But it has not aged well, and they've ruined the chariot. And I have to put Cetra into just content neutral category. Is no longer fun for me. It's no longer fun. It's what it is. And you have to put Cetra on a War Sphinx, and the chariots are getting hit, stupid damage. It's just no longer fun. If the chariot didn't get fucked and they had an earlier second army, Cetra might have been back in the fun category. The Chariot Legend Lord has to be fucking exceptional. And Cetra should be one of the strongest. And it's not aged well. They've buffed the hex rate so many times, we literally had hex rates murder Cetra. That's how bad those chariots are. Oh boy, here we go. The Vampire Coast, the dark times of Warhammer 2. Vampire Coast started the game when they got released, and probably the next 1 year was the darkest time of Warhammer 2. It is the reason why I reinstalled and played World of Warcraft again. instead of doing house rule campaigns in Warhammer 2. Some of these factions are of course worse than the others, but doesn't mean it's a bad faction. But it's same as in all this miserable category, it just summons the dark times. I have probably drank I don't know, copious amounts of alcohol playing this faction. I don't think I ever played this faction sober. You guys remember the last sellout stream in the Renessa? Who requested the Renessa campaign Salakiel? I got so drunk. I don't even know how I didn't pass out. I was throwing up the entire morning. I had no rest over the night and I was sick the entire day. That's how drunk I got. I almost lost the first siege at the start of the campaign. So from the request of Aranesa to the first siege, I was wasted. That stream was a shit show for sure. Good thing I don't remember most of it. This is just literally next to Cathay there. It's such a cringe lord. Every time she mentions salt and the mermaid, it's a shit lord as well. Missing units and flavor.
Thine right is mine.
The vampire.
The Sea Father calls! Ready to cast off! Blood, salt, and plunder!
Look at those faction effects, man. Look at the lord effects. If only they change this into like mercenary units, either Slayer pirates, more ogres, man eaters. She buffs them all. Same with the faction effects in a way.
Have you seen that shit? Holy
Treasure maps, shit mechanic. What the fuck is that first one? Flavor something, raiding buff. And the lord, the main attack animation was removed from the game. It doesn't do any damage because of multiplayer. That's like the icing on the cake. She used to have a really good attack animation, but multiplayer removed. So when she does that animation, she doesn't do any damage. Dark times. It's on the miserable list. I like Vampire Coast. With a little bit of effort, could be a great faction. But the maps and how the Regiments Renowned work when compared to the rest of the game, just misery, man. There's several fun units though, and some fun gameplay with the admirals. But you know, they're not all made the same. It's kind of like the most classic one. It's a strong lord and on the coast of Lastria as well. And I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Dread Fleet, man, I like Noctilus. I wanna love Noctilus. But every time he says the Maelstrom empowers me, oh my god, man. Just saying it out loud. I need a drink. Maelstrom empowers me. What Maelstrom? What power? They even removed the Maelstrom out of the game. It's supposed to be a supernatural event location to make these guys very powerful. But fuck that. There's nothing happening there. This is still a really cool lord with a boning mount. This guy should have had a zombie dragon and some really potent magic stuff that levels that of the Black Pyramid of Nagash. Matches the power of Black Pyramid of Nagash. Our approach to Galleon's graveyard should be near death for anybody except him. There should be some real attrition on that place. His skills are somewhat boring, but has access to some really good stuff. I just wish I had a zombie dragon so much. Maelstrom empowers me, man. It's like this one is so in between here, but I still gonna put him under content neutral. It's like it's between neutral and not fun. Just because it's just like someone's bad juju. We have Celostra Direfine. He's Direfine. This is the original one they created, and they did the best job with this one. They made a fun lord, fun flavor, and they even got a Blue Knight. I don't think this recipe just to have fun. It's like they delivered this one. They delivered with this one.
I shall submerge Oathward.
And that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Even the maps are shit and some of the stuff is questionable, but this one delivered. Okay. Top manager says, at the heart of the Galleon's graveyard lies the Maelstrom, a sentient whirlpool that pulls shipwrecks, the plunder and the dead of the sea beyond the Whale. It is here that Count Noctilus bide his time, making his lair amidst the corpses of long-dead sea monsters and islands scoured by unnatural winds. To breach the ethereal boundary of the Galleon's graveyard is all but impossible. Tell that to Tyrion. Tell that to Tyrion, man. Alariel is at content neutral tier, not fun tier. The Whimper Cause needs some work. Those maps really need to be redesigned to be more relevant, for sure. The legendary admirals ought to be the main mechanic of the lords as well. We got the Chaos Dwarfs next. They got some of the most fun units in the game. I like all the shooting, but most of all, guys, have you seen the Skullcracker? Skullcracker makes me hard, especially when he goes through the infantry, murders everything. Don't really think that much crazy about their lords, but the Fireglaves, the Blunderbusses, the artillery, the Skullcracker. God damn, man, if it only didn't have the dark cloud of CA incompetence, could have been a blast. Waited like 8 months to play this faction and it still feels, I don't know, it has a stink over them. It has a stink over them that might take some time to get to wear off. Give it a year or two. Give it a year or two, but they're growing on me as the time goes. They're growing on me. The Zulahu and the other guy especially, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. It's like, there's something off with this lord. We need some time for the stink to wear off, but there's no doubt you can have fun with Chaos Dwarfs. The unique way to play them adds and takes something from the game. With all these factions in the game, of course, you know, some feel like left really far behind when you get to play the Chaos Dwarfs. Some people have even told me that they came and played the game after they played the Chaos Dwarfs, because how different were the Chaos Dwarfs compared to a lot of the other stuff in the game. Jatan de Draj. I'm going to put these two on the fun, and I'm gonna put this one the content neutral. But there's a stink about them for sure in my book, and it might take some time to wear off. We got Grand Cathay, which I have next. We have mixed feelings about. I could listen to Mami Ying all day, but the roster I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know, this, it feels like something is off. The culture delivers, but something is off and I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe some people can help me. It's just boring. Boring, and same with some other stuff. But I have fun with the caravans. And I like to manage that part of the world. So I can't really make my mind about this. I don't think they're in fun category. I'll just put them in a content neutral. And Mummying more than the Xiaoming, because guys, you know, I had a huge, I want to marry, I want to make baby dragons with her. God damn, which one is which? This one is mommy, right? I think the white dragon is mommy and the black dragon is Xiaoming. It's like it's not as close as that, but I wouldn't put it in not fun category. We got, I guess we're gonna do Monogod, and we actually have Jet Cord. I haven't played Jet Cord, but probably just put him in the same category, content towards neutral. So a different part of the map has probably some power creep there and other stuff. So this will be first campaign we start on the next sellout campaign, which is next month. So I don't have can only make my conclusion about this. I hasn't played yet, so I'll just put in content neutral. We got Scarbrand next. Well, Scarbrand can be fun with some mindless slaughter. There is something off with Khorne, and I've come to a conclusion. It's just a personal preference. I don't mind really playing them, but I don't really enjoy it that much. I don't know. It's like I need to play it some more for a real conclusion, but it's somewhere between. It's like in the middle of fun and content neutral. We got the Legion of Chaos. Legion of Chaos has access to all the Regiments Renown, but I hate the current Regiments Renown system. It's begging for a rework. It feels like some pay-to-win crutches. It feels cheap and frustrating at the same time. Both for progress and to fight against, especially big powers. And I find the Legion of Chaos in the not fun category. That faction is missing some big mechanic to just close it. Something like technologies, but more powerful, that gets unlocked as you, I don't know, destroy other factions, expand. Something is missing. We got the Poxmex from Nurgle here, Kuget. And Nurgle is in my book is fun. And they did the good job with the rework. And I think they fixed the Nurglings issue. They fixed the Nurglings issue, and there's slightly more variety now. I'll put Kugat under fun, because I find the Nurgle fun. The Nurgle gameplay fun. We got the Taliman of the Nurgle up there, and we got the what's this guy called again? Tamurkhan. Tamurkhan, I don't think such a faction cannot be fun. It's literally something I would expect out of Kolek, and has a top mechanic as well. This is just fun, you know. It's it's you know, the new shiny stuff, power creep. He has a fun mechanic, and it's something I would have expected out of Kolek on this guy. I haven't played the Talisman of Pestilence. This guy's got Talisman of Pestilence, but it's still Nurgle. But I can't really put it in fun category without you know, playing them. But it's still Nurgle, so we're just gonna do the right thing and put it under content neutral. We'll play this at some point. But I think all Nurgle is fun since the rework. What do we have next? We got Slaanesh. I find Nakai a lot of fun, but the way that they fight and the progress and the way this faction is positioned, the fact they adjusted the units, they made them a little bit, just feel like a little bit forgotten with the changes in the nerfs. But it gives you, it requires a little bit more effort to get going. It requires a little bit more effort to get going. And me personally, I think I can always have fun with Nakai. There are a couple of units that just go crazy, and it's just zoom, 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 zoom gameplay. I'll put the Slaanesh under fun. We got Zinch here with Kairos and the Changeling. Changeling might have been one of the campaigns I had the most fun this year. This faction is really over the top, and his mechanics have received, I feel like, too much. It makes a lot of things in the game looks bad compared to it. Shadows of Change has a stink over it, but it is still fun. Kairos, I am not a fan of Lord of Zinch, but I think Kairos as a Lord is fun, and the Zinch faction got a little bit more. There's some things I still don't like about the Zinch faction, but you can still have a lot of fun with Kairos. So I'll put him under fun. We got Kislev, huh? Kislev and the Ogres. I'm gonna be saving the best for last time. I find the Kostaltin uninteresting, really, and too close to Catherine. It's like, why play Kostaltin? Unless it's a shit faction where you struggle, why play Kostaltin? When you can play Tsarina. It's like, what's the deal? Because you can't even open diplomas to hear his voice lines if you play him. Pain? What pain? Is just... What pain? To support the Orthodoxy? What's... It's like... why did not have any unique units with the Great Orthodox compared to Tsarina? This faction should have had a couple of elite units that is not available to the Ice Court. Campaign only. And then there would be a reason to play Kostaltin. The main issue with Kislev for me is their great cities trigger me with 10 slots. And you know, I think it's a disgrace. They have like 17 buildings, and a lot of them essential, and you can't even build the essential stuff. Unless Kostaltin has something unique of his own, there's really no point to this faction. So I don't even want to play Kislev really. I've been waiting for them. I just can't believe they haven't made the city's 12 slot. I can't believe they made the city's 12 slot. So this is why I've been pretty much ignoring Kislev. I'm gonna put Kostaltin as not fun. Tsarina is a different story. She's basically Kislev. It's a fun lord as well, probably more fun than ever. And if we're gonna play Kislev, we might as well play Tsarina in that area. I just can't put Kislev under fun because the great cities, man. I just can't do it. Boris is probably same with its arena. You can go back and just take Prague and be in the same area, or you know, you can stay up there for some reason. It does start with 2 very powerful units. This one here is probably the greatest stink, man, of all of them, especially with those early spam. Like when this faction got released and I saw half Kislev armies full of monsters, might as well be fighting Beastmen. Might as well be fighting Beastmen. I want to really put it in not fun category, but I haven't played her. And I just made already my opinion about it without even playing it. It's like I single Stalton sometimes with 15 units of nonsense. And this was a bad direction for Kislev. They should have not allowed these units outside this faction or in the army without those hags and stuff. It was a really bad direction for Kislev, and I think they messed up a bit. But I haven't played the faction, so I'll put a con neutral, but it's probably gonna end up under not fun. And we save the best for last. Ogres. You guys remember my first Goldtooth campaign? When I saw that weapon? I have to turn on the campaign, man. That was so disappointing, man. They're trying to sell you the hype of this faction and they deliver a garbage faction. It's golden multiplayer, but the campaign map needs work. But who cares as long as the multiplayer works, right? Look at this.
No voice in our ears but the more. We race the sound of its tone. We'll
More mechanic where?
Feast on any man, any beast, doesn't matter. We'll snack on them all. The stragglers we didn't consume are dropped in our sacrifice stew. They scream and they run, but that's part of the fun, 'cause the ogres are coming to get ya! There's jumping on knees, feeding our family, our streets, tearing, chewing, we kill all the more. The power that runs what we do for. Clutching and fighting, we kill for the more. The power that runs what we do it for.
Ogres are what a fucking disaster, man. They got a couple of really fun units, but the contracts supposed to be core mechanic and the camps are so underwhelming. And what the fuck with this hole here in the ground? Where's the top? Where's the top there? There is something there, but it's still in alpha. And then, man, this guy has, they've done it some justice over the time, but goddamn, look at this weapon. Look at this weapon. I gotta bookmark that video, man. I gotta bookmark that video.
Close your eyes And we'll take a few moments to calm your mind and body. Soften your face, your neck, and shoulders. Do your best to fully let go. And turn your attention to the breath. The
Okay.
calming breath.
Calming breath. Calming breath.
The soothing breath.
Soothing breath.
Take long, slow breaths, full and deep. Breathing in, I am calm. Breathing out, I'm at peace.
Okay, okay, okay. Blood pressure is down. Okay. Okay, okay. Scepter of Titans. This massive scepter is ensorcelled with spells of might, imbuing Grisus with the strength of a Sky Titan, as befits his status as the most powerful ogre alive. Upkeep minus 5%. Minus 50% upkeep on the Iron Gods, by the way. Very original bonus here. Post-battle loot plus 10%. More copy pasta. Recruitment cost minus 10%. This is the 3 old copy pasta, old as the Warhammer series. And then we come to the really powerful stuff. Bonus versus infantry plus 4. Okay. Okay, okay. There gotta be a 0 missing here, right? There gotta be a 0 missing here. There gotta be a 0 missing here. Right? And then you got the ability that buffs his damage and anti-large for 21 seconds. What esports expert has decided for this to last 21 seconds? Anything under 40 seconds on such abilities is questionable to even waste your time to click on it. He might just get stuck between an entity in a large entity and not be able to do attack animation for 30 seconds. Kid you not, that happens all the time. This is at best 4 attacks, at worst not even a single attack. But again, some large stuff this delivers these days. But this is his base stuff anyways. But what the fuck is this thing here, man? And the set bonus is so bad. You unlock this, just equip anything really. Like Sword of Might, equip that. 8% weapon strength. And it's gonna be bad in this shit. It's not like he needs any of these stats. It's like, probably the best part about this, it's upkeep reduction and 10% battle loot, is the financial side of things. And these effects should not even be present in a weapon. Stuff like this is so outdated. Now they add the set bonuses, it should be part of the set bonuses, it should have weapon stats. A Legion points gain plus 10% for alliance with Ogre Kingdoms. They don't even know that unless you have a breaking point of 50%, you get nothing. 2 is the base, so unless you get 50% to get +1, you get nothing. So if you have Ogre Kingdom Alliance, you get +1 here, and you don't get anything out of this. It affects the ally missions, but that's not even the point. Why would you keep other ogres alive? Unless they have a legendary lord. They're just gonna be the food for the other factions, and they're gonna stop your expansion. This is also one of the weakest factions in auto-resolve when it comes to minor factions. The weakest. The big names, don't even get me started on the big names. The big names and the contracts are a massive disaster. While the camps, not great, not terrible, but still terrible. This ought to be a way to play the campaign. And stuff like this they should be more customizable this and not just random shit. There's a couple of really cool things with the ogres. They got a couple of fun units, but there's such a miserable faction to play in the campaign map. I wouldn't call them a weak faction, but there's very little joy to play them. Both Grisus and especially Skrag, they don't even have a legendary Lord skill tree. Skrag doesn't even have it. He doesn't have a Legend Lord skill tree. And this one is missing stuff here. So look at this. Just like, well, look at this. On one hand, you get 30 relation with ogres. On another hand, you get buff against the ogres to fight them. And you get 2 more buffs for the allegiance with ogres. So the same skill will make you do diplomacy and kill them at the same time. And this guy only has crazy stats, so none of this is relevant. If you don't put a single stat point on this guy, he still has crazy stats. And it doesn't seem enjoyable to use, not even build him up. Look at this, 14 anti-large. The guy has 25 anti-large. And he has a random skill with 14 anti-large. What the fuck is this shit, man? I wouldn't say the Skrag is on the same position as the gold tooth level of disappointment, but they're close. I'm just gold tooth is definitely the worst out of them, and unless they do something about those names, the contracts and the you know, camps, I don't think the ogres are ever gonna be enjoyable to play. I really hate to have a faction like this in the game, because I don't really want to be in a position where there are factions in the game that bother me that much that people want me to play them. And eventually this shit happens, and you know, shit happens. Skrag I'll just put under not fun, and Gold will be under miserable. At least Skrag is a slow progress faction, it doesn't just go explode immediately. And there it is, boys. This is the 6th miserable faction, and if we reach exclamation mark 500, we'll do a D6 roll and play one of them to long victory. I hope it's gonna be Nakai. Fuck, man, I don't wanna see any of them other than Nakai. I hope it's gonna be Nakai. Oh, God help me, Aranesa, and not any of them like else. So if 500 gets complete, one of them will be the long victory. If someone was not here, has any question about this list, we'll answer it. But other than that, that's gonna be for the stream tonight. Just a short stream today. Had things to do. Tomorrow will be Battle Brothers when I get home from Magic. Can you play Wolf today? No. My blood pressure is through the roof. I have a small headache as well. I don't know why this little Souls messes me up. Sobriety, the state of being sober. Really, Kingdom? I didn't know about this word. I don't think I played these 5 factions. I don't think I played any of them in years sober. Well, Sergeant Pepper, what trolling made it fun. Yeah, the trolling yesterday, the other day, what was made it fun is like it's not the wolf himself. I don't know what makes the chat so worked up about these factions, but you guys are a wild crowd sometimes in these campaigns. Wild crowd, and it makes the most bizarre situations, and we are having fun in those situations, but not really playing the campaign. But playing the campaign causes situations. So it's kind of messed up, right? It's like we were having fun, a blast, looking at that timer, if Wolfred is gonna end or not, more than actually playing the campaign. Isn't that fucked up? I think that's really fucked up. So guys, what list would you like to see in the future? I think we should do like one of these lists a month, once a month. This was the personal fun list for me, from fun to miserable. I mean, there's a million of this list we could do, right? A million. Kebab tier list. Oh man, if my kebab guy watches that, best booba games. Well, the best booba game that I played are Being a Dick and Eternum. There you go. Roster ratings for each factions. Yeah, we could actually do this, you know. Keep up the suggestion going on the Discord somewhere, and I'll pick one. Rate characters of New Vegas. I was more talking about Warhammer 3, but I guess we could do other lists as well. Rate red names. Well, I haven't seen Sir Royalty or Rubio Nubio in a while, but I can tell you with a certainty that RuneScape is the on the top right now. He's the Archlector of Slaanesh. And Agneta is not a red name, like a red name, but he's up there as well. Those two content creators of Morati's Dungeon, you know their red names. Vesh says, sometimes I feel like I'm a green name in disguise. Vesh, come on, man. Every time we are doing Bell Brothers, you're praising BBC, man. BBC rises, hands up. You're like the cheerleader there for that shit. That guy posted the video yesterday. It was like 8K. The quality was top notch. Where? What do you mean? What video? What did I miss? The BBC does something I can't explain. I can't explain it either, Wesh, man. It's like those brigands. It feels like therapy to me. It's like mini. It's therapy, right? Killing brigands, farming BBC with a high-end mercenary company. It's just so good. It feels like we are doing public service.
Oh my
We're
God.
getting paid for it,
Have you seen that shit?
and we're killing people.
What the hell?
And we're not doing anything bad. Mami Ying and the BBC are anomalous to me. Mummying has such an accent that is like wow, just wow. When she says poise and might, I get shivers all over my body. Hey, Haster. I gotta bookmark one of the mods. I'm not sure you can play with those mods on Twitch. But guys, now you see it. This is the top 6 miserable for exclamation mark 500. If you missed any of this at this point, I suggest you watch the VOD. Why are these factions listed here? It's exactly 6. I feel like some of the factions are like on the border here and here and here. Yeah, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Yeah, it's gonna be on probably YouTube in a couple of hours. Tomorrow, I'm probably gonna be sleeping a couple of hours. I really hope they do justice to the vampires in the future DLC. We're just doing this for the day. Tomorrow we'll be playing Battle Bars. Not decided about a Saturday, but Sunday there'll be all day Warhammer 3. Okay, boys, it's gonna be it for now tonight. There'll be more tier stuff in the future. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Good night.